Wow. Okay. Lawlers, today we're going to be covering off 3 keys to Diana. These are, in my opinion, things that you can start doing in your games that are very easy to focus on, but you're going to see some really good results in the lane phase. Probably start to win those lanes and hopefully carry your games and grab those W's. Okay? So the first key that we need to cover off with Diana is hitting your Q every single time. I know it sounds like, yeah, this is an easy one, but a lot of people don't understand it. If you're in lane and you're throwing Qs, every time you miss, unfortunately, it's just not good enough. So if you want to get better at Diana, you have to start to hit every single one of your Qs on those enemy champions in the lane phase. Whether you're going for last hits on minions and you're trying to maximize that Q to hit the minion and the champion, these are things the better Diana players are doing, and when you play against those better Diana players is making them feel like they always outdamage you in lane and they're always, OP and you can never fight them. It's because they're hitting those Qs. After 3, 4 Qs in lane in the first 4 or 5 minutes, if you're hitting them, you're going to have that player chunked down to between 75 to 50% health. That means that if you do try and E into them and you proc your W to do a really hard engage, you likely could get a first blood and kill them. The lane phase for assassins plays very differently if you have an enemy champion like chunked down to 50%. They're going to be a lot more scared to jump up and grab minions and last hits and have any agency in the lane. And even if you get ganked, if you have them at 40-50%, you could flash, ignite, and combo them and really quickly get a kill and then try and kill the jungler, who likely will be behind you in levels anyway at the start of the game. Okay, so understand that if you want to play Diana to a higher level and have more success with her, you just have to get better at hitting your Qs. The way to do that, in my opinion, is jump into a practice game, learn the hitboxes. She's got a very interesting hitbox on her Q. There's 2 parts of it. The end is a big circle, so very generous on the hitbox on the end of the Q. Try and make sure if you're going for that champion, they're ending up at the end of your Q, so they're in this nice big wide circle and you have the best chance to hit them. It'll surprise a lot of enemy champions. They don't think there's that big hitbox at the end of Diana's Q, so you'll throw it, they'll think, wow, that arc's going to miss me, and then it hits them. That's why there's that big end circle on the hitbox. The other cool thing about Diana's Q is getting used to the arc hitbox itself, so the thinner aspect of this. It looks like it should miss right here because the base of that enemy dummy I'm going to miss, but her Q kind of has a weird travel where it's like not really following the hitbox. So you see here, if I cast it, I actually hit that enemy dummy through the helmet. Okay, same on the bottom here, so now even though we're over the base of the character, we'll still hit him. Okay, so understanding again creatively how you can use your Q, maybe catch champs off guard when they think it's surely going to miss and it hits them, getting better at hitting those Qs. If you do that, you're going to have more success. Okay, second key with Diana, the W, using it more effectively as a defensive tool in some of your losing matchups. It's easy if you're playing against a Zed or a Talon to understand, oh, when we're gonna, just try and face smash each other here and really engage, press your W, get a shield, get some more damage. Yeah, that's the easy part. A lot of other people don't understand that in some of these tougher matchups, maybe early on against a Xerath, for example, or a Lux, every time you go in for a last hit, you might take some damage. You do not want to be the champion that gets chunked out, right? You're an engaged champion. If you're chunked, you really can't engage. So make sure that you're using your W defensively when you're going for some of those key last hits. Like if this is a cannon minion and you want to make sure you get that big cash out of gold, proc your W, go in, grab the last hit, walk away. Okay, again, in isolation it seems like, well, I'll only take a little bit of damage if I go for that last hit, so like I don't want to use my mana, but you don't want to get chunked out. So over 2, 3, 4 casts of making sure you use your W while you're going for some of those key last hits to dodge any damage and then get back out, it'll slowly annoy the enemy champion. They'll think, how am I supposed to damage this Diana? And if you're hitting your Qs on them, the health bar differences will add up to a very big amount. Okay, so the key to Diana's W, and my second key to playing her better in your games, is making sure you use the W defensively when called for. All right. All right, last key with Diana. This is the third thing that you really need to focus on and improve if you're learning Diana and you want to get better in your games. It's the Lunar Rush, the double dash aspect of it. So if we have our E, and let's take off auto cooldown so we can see this. If we just dash to a champion, right, without Moonlight, we all kind of know there's this huge long cooldown, 20 seconds, right? So that's fine. The next thing that people know is, well, if I have Moonlight on that enemy champion, I can dash to them, and then the E comes off cooldown, so I can follow up again and keep trading with them if they flash away or they use their dash. Okay, that's cool. But what a lot of people don't understand, and especially don't maximize on, is the fact that if you're stronger than the enemy champion, let's say this was that Xerath or that Lux, and we have an item advantage, we have a level advantage, there's a gank coming, we're just base numbers a little bit higher than that enemy champion, so we're just a stronger champ in the early game than them, if it's a Rise or a Gassadin or something, for example. We want to make sure we still engage and trade. So to do that, even if they're playing super safe and this far back, you have to understand that you can put Moonlight on a minion, dash to the minion, and then dash to the champion and start your trade, right? We covered a massive amount of distance here just at level 3 and got a huge trade onto that champion. So if you are stronger, in your opinion, or you know for a fact you're stronger than your enemy champion, have fun jumping in off of a moonlighted minion with your E to close a huge amount of distance and get on that champion. There is no champion that you should not be able to get onto in the lane phase if you're moonlighting to a minion, E'ing, and then E'ing again to that enemy champion and then starting your trade. If you're truly ahead of them in levels, XP, gold, and items, right? Like, you should still be winning those trades. You just won't be able to E out after. But that's my third key for Diana that you guys should start to try in your games, and hopefully it gives you a little bit more success and agency in that early to mid game when you are potentially stronger, so you can snowball even harder. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed. Focus on these 3 things in your games. You'll see some great success. If you like the video and you like this style of guide, let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe. I'm going to try and release a few more of these in the coming weeks. I'll catch you in the next one.